Just wait a few more seconds for some people to show up. We already have one. Okay, two people showed up. Let's see. Just wait a few more minutes for. Hey, hello. What's up? Sorry about that. Hey. Alright, so this is pretty much an announcement. If you have seen my previous videos, I did mention that I do a lot of projects on the 96Boards YouTube channel as well. So in about an hour from now, about 50 minutes from now, we are going on live on the 96Boards YouTube channel. I've linked it down in the description, and I'll be doing a project overview of a gigabit NAS drive that I created with the 96Boards Popular, which is a enterprise edition board. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, links are in the description. You can go ahead and take a look at it. So I am doing pretty good. Hacky streaming problem. I hope it's working fine on my side. Doesn't show any issues. So I guess that's about it. Charbax, what's up, man? Happy New Year. How you doing? Alright, so that's all. A little announcement. Go check the links in the video description, and I'll see you all in another video. I do have a 100 Mbps internet connection. So hello, Hans. What's up? It looks like more people are joining in, so I'll just keep the live stream going for about another few minutes. Yeah, Charbox, that would be 100 Mbps download and upload. Yeah, I know. So it's funny. A lot of the times, my YouTube videos, they get uploaded really fast, and the majority of the time they take is to actually process on the YouTube servers rather than taking most of the time to upload. I can live stream in 4K. I don't know if the mobile app has that option. You are going to talk about processor bugs. I am aware of a few bugs that are affecting almost all Intel processors, but I haven't really looked into it and not really plan on doing so. But I'm aware of the issue. So the only solution that I've been seeing with these processor bugs is that um, there is a kernel patch for Linux and for Microsoft, and since they are mostly hardware bugs, the solution, the workaround basically slows down your system from about 5 to 30%, which is a lot, and especially if you have a very IO intensive issue. Um, Linaro kernel team. Now, the bugs that I have heard of personally, they only affect x86, so I'm not sure how much they affect ARM. But of course, a lot of the kernel guys at Linaro might also have a hand in this. I'm not very sure about that. This is mostly x86 and then mostly Intel. I don't even think AMD CPUs are affected with this. Could be. Yeah. the patches that I've seen are just for x86, so maybe some uh, Cortex A processors or architecture has been affected. I'm not very aware of that. Right, I guess that's about it. I'll go ahead and prepare for the live stream on 96 Boards web open hours. You can also join the open hours and attend the live stream as on Blue Jeans, so you will be interact able to interact. I'd love to see more videos with ARM64 on Raspberry Pi 3. So yeah, the one of the issue with running ARM64 on Raspberry Pi 3 is that tends to take up a bit more RAM. Some people don't really do that, but yeah, there are operating systems you can try. Fedora, for example, that runs ARM64 on Pi 3, and I think there are some unofficial Debian builds. Two bugs, one for Intel, two for every processor in the world. Could be. What was the second comment? The YouTube comment thingy on the YouTube app doesn't show comments for a long time. Okay, so Charbacks, awesome man. I love to see some coverage from CES. And if there is any 96 boards things, I can let you know. So CES is mostly consumer electronics, a lot of phones and stuff. I'm guessing you already know that, but it would be nice to see some unique feature sets that are coming on modern mobile phones. I've the for me modern smartphone market has just been very stagnant for some time in terms of new features, and with the whole removal of 3.5 jack, it's just going backwards right now. So if some really cool new features, non-gimmicky cool new features, I don't really count having edge-to-edge display as a cool new feature. It doesn't really add much. It's a display. What else do you want from it? But if there is right, so the Gemini PDA which dual boots into Debian, nice. I would like to see more smartphone operating systems that do have a GNU Linux OS on them running. I think I heard there was some. I think the lead developer for Mandrake or some Linux distro just released announced a mobile operating system, but that's based on AOSP. I'm pretty bored with seeing those. They're all over the place. Can see like Lineage OS. We had Sanjin mod that later turned into Lineage, and then some more custom ROMs are out there. But I'd like to see more Linux GNU styled mobile operating systems. I think Plasma Mobile is one of the few operating systems that do that. Again, Ubuntu Touch, which sadly got cancelled, and awesome. So Gemini PDF, it has a full keyboard. Then it actually, looks like it's going to be a proper PDA, and you can type stuff on that without having to use the touch screens. On that note, I'm glad you brought up the whole Gemini PDA thing and the full keyboard thing. I have a old phone to show you. I don't really do these kinds of live stream, so it might be a dusty. So this is the Sony Ericsson M600i. It was back in the day my favorite phone, and it did have hardware keys, and like it's a proper QWERTY keyboard, the touchscreen. It was a nice little phone, but and I'll be happy to see more of them. Sadly, the whole priv thing went down pretty bad. They are not really supporting does it run Oreo? No, it's too old. It ran Symbian UIQ3. I think that was even older than. It's pretty old. It runs 200 megahertz ARM v5 processor or something. It has a Philips Nexus processor as far as I remember, and it ran Symbian, older version of Symbian. It's a very old phone. I'm not even sure how old it is, not from the top of my mind, but it's a nice little proper phone. I'd like to see more phone like these, but sadly, no one makes them. My last, yeah, so Nokia E60. I think they're bringing back the E series, the E71s or something. Not very sure. HMD Global is bringing back, but I'll doubt that runs Symbian at all. The slider one. I don't really remember that one. I remember the E series, which had this QWERTY form factor, but the slider E65, no. All right, looks it's actually about time I should probably get going. Thank you all for the live stream. The turnout was actually more than I expected. Uh, the N810, no, I do remember the N9 and the other one that ran Migo. But all right, I should just quit. This could go on. I think this live stream was fairly successful. I'll do another one soon. Thank you guys. Go ahead and check out the 96 Boards channel. I'll be live in about half an hour. Charvax, yes, of course, this has been a good turnout. Last question by hands. I'm not going to answer any more questions, but I do not have an Udo x86. The only two x86 boards is an Atom one and is the Up board and the Jaguar board. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and check out the channel 96 Boards channel. I'll be live there in a few minutes. See you all. Bye.